Welcome back to the Leader's Tool Chest. My name's Keith Koger. This week I'm going to talk about the new book that I just completed, my first book of 2022. It's called The Heart of Business by Hubert Joly. It's absolutely excellent read for anyone that's still wanting to learn how to continue growing as a leader in business. This book talks about a whole myriad of philosophy, his psychology, a lot of just who he is as a person, how he's grown as a leader. I'll switch over here to show you. Hubert Joly was the CEO of Best Buy starting in 2012 when the company was majorly struggling. He's basically the man that turned the entire business around. And this is his book. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes & Noble. You can even get it on at Best Buy, which I thought was kind of amazing. But yeah, he's absolutely a phenomenal leader. I've really enjoyed reading this book. It's 236 pages, but it's not a hard read. He took the time to break this down. If you want to read specific chapters that make more sense of what you're trying to do, it's really well written. But going back to his philosophies, I love the fact that he doesn't shy away from who he is as a person. He goes back and he talks about different times in his life where he couldn't see past. He was a person that had pushed originally for the shareholders, which is, that's what every leader should be doing. But at the exact same time, at what cost? He talks about the human factor, which I personally love. Learning how to utilize the human condition to give you that advantage of being able to do something that robots and what technology still can't achieve yet. And really, he just does an amazing job of breaking down like all these different psychological and reasoning behind what he did to get the company back on track. And he talks about using Amazon, Apple, Samsung, all these competitors that everyone thought all these guys were going to put Best Buy out of business, and he used them to his advantage to rebuild the company. And I really think that's just a genius move. I even look back and I think, I'm a big fan of like Apple, Amazon, and I look at companies that can't see the future. I look at like Sears. If you really look and adjust on what Sears had before computers were prevalent, they had Sears and Roebuck's catalog, where basically you'd see everything you want, order online, order it out of their catalog, and they deliver it to you. Well, that was basically the analog internet, but they couldn't see the infrastructure that Amazon was going to put together. So ultimately, they've completely lost everything. So being able to see the bigger picture and take these different tools and use them to your advantage, Hubert Joly definitely understands business in a way that most people just they don't get it. It's a really well written book. He talks a lot about his weaknesses, which I find really, really fascinating because not everybody can do that. They can't always have that retrospective that they couldn't see things at a certain time. And he openly admits, at this point in my career, I was unable to see this. And I love the fact that even as a CEO, he was still getting he was given a coach to help him grow as a leader, and that's fantastic. Just because you're the CEO doesn't mean that you necessarily have everything figured out. So I think that him being humble enough to admit a lot of this is a really strong. This is an amazing read, and a portion of the book he talks about in the beginning spoke to me especially. The very first mountain you climb is your career. You're moving up. You're moving towards something, and you give up all these things, and you're passionate about your job, and then you get to this certain peak of this first mountain, and you look at it and you go, okay, I've given up all this, and what have I gained? And he talks about after that, then okay, you reevaluate, you reassess, and then family or religion or there's all these different philosophical things that you go through. And it's just a truly a beautiful sentiment. I feel like it's helped me grow as a leader, understanding you don't have to have two mountains in front of you. You can make it just one, and I feel like that was definitely the moment I realized I wanted to read this book and thoroughly examine it. He does a lot of self-examination, which is just amazing to me, and he pushes on the people factor. I love that. Because people are what really makes a business grow. it's not always being after like the shareholders are people, and when you dehumanize them and you go, okay, I'm cared about the bottom line, then you're losing another aspect of why people invest in you to begin with. And he starts talking about in the book how companies are there need to be more understanding of the world they're in, and they need to be responsible. Like a lot of them, he was talking about how to make these companies um, more about the community, more about taking care of their people and the resources of the planet. I think it's a beautiful sentiment, and I'll be honest with you. If you get a chance to read this book, I highly recommend it. At the Heart of Business by Hubert Joly. He really breaks a lot of things down that I feel like I haven't read before. So that's amazing to me. And if you get a chance, pick up a copy. Also, leave me a comment. Let me know if you've enjoyed this book. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Eventually, it's going to be on my reread because I like to always go back to that. Did I miss something? Is there something else I can gain from this? But yeah, if you find something, just hit me a comment. But if you like this video, definitely give me a like. I recommend, if you can, subscribe. I'm going to continue to push out videos this year. Lear's Tool Chest is going to continue to grow. I'm trying to figure out next. I've got a lot of books that I've been reading on finance. I've got a lot of books on different types of management styles, mindsets. So if you want me to go over something you're like, I don't really have time to read it, but is there something I can gain out of it? Just let me know. I can go through it. And I look forward for hearing from you. So hit a like, give me a subscribe if you can, and I look forward to seeing you again, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.